What's going on? This is my review for Deadpool and Wolverine. I will do spoilers, but that's gonna come at the end. I'm not getting into any spoilers right now. I'm gonna do my review for the people that haven't seen it, and then I'm gonna get into spoilers. Because before seeing this movie, I literally was seeing mixed reviews. And if this is your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel. Check out the other content. We do music, film, and sports on the channel. Mostly film though, but I do music and sports too. So check out all the content. Click the like button. But I was seeing mixed reviews before seeing this. It was people saying the action scenes wasn't that good. It was people saying that the storyline didn't make sense. It was people saying this movie wasn't that good. And I'm telling you this movie was really good. In my opinion, this was a great movie. I mean, it was so much to like about this movie. The storyline made perfect sense. It made perfect sense why Deadpool is looking for Wolverine. It made perfect sense why Deadpool and Wolverine are going to enter the MCU. Why the X-Men will eventually enter the MCU. Just think about it. It's one thing that keep everything connected. And they spent time at this place. All right, remember, I'm gonna get into my spoiler, but everything made sense. The action scenes were amazing to me. Of course, they slowed down a lot of action scenes, but they did have some action scenes that were faster. And when they showed Wolverine on screen, I really loved how they showed him in the MCU. He is going to be a very strong character. They had scenes where they showed his speed off. They had scenes where they showed his strength. He's very strong. He's very fast. And he heals very fast. Like, he could take a lot. He could take just as much damage as Deadpool can take. He will be phenomenal in the MCU. See, for me, Wolverine is that first favorite superhero. Before Black Panther, before Iron Man, before Spider-Man, before Blade, before Captain America. It was Wolverine for me. So to finally see him on screen and to see the way they depicted him and to enjoy that, I thought it was amazing. And it wasn't just Wolverine that came back. Oh, they had a lot of cameos. And all of them made sense. And all of them was good. In the theater that I watched this in, when the cameos came on screen, people were cheering. I said, oh man, okay. Yeah. It was like the room captured how I was feeling when I seen the cameos. Because there was one cameo that was amazing. It was two, actually. All of them was good. But it was two that really was just like, oh, this is good. This is real good. So I really enjoyed the cameos. It start off, the intro pulls you into the movie. The villain made perfect sense. She was amazing. The fight scenes really looked good. All of them looked good. Towards the end, yeah, they did have to do some CGI with Wolverine, but that wasn't bad. Like, I just don't get. And when you go see it, let me know in the comments what you thought. But I just don't get how people could leave this movie and say it's a bad movie. Not a bad movie. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. But some people were literally saying this was a bad movie. I disagree, man. This was really good. Now, people that is watching this that haven't seen the movie yet, go see it. Go see it for yourself. This was a great movie. Now, it's time to get into some spoilers. So the movie starts off, right? And it's Deadpool, and I'm wondering, how will they bring him into the MCU? And they are using the TVA. And I love the guy from Succession that was playing in the TVA. I can't remember his name right now because I literally just seen the movie. But he did a phenomenal job too. The acting was phenomenal. But they used the TVA to bring everybody in. The biggest thing that I enjoyed about this movie was them incorporating the TVA. How were they going to incorporate Wolverine and Deadpool with Earth 616, the main Earth, the sacred Earth. How were they going to start bringing them on? They show a scene at the beginning where Deadpool actually wanted to be an Avenger. Can you imagine if Deadpool would have been there? Because this 2018, he was trying to be an Avenger, but they said no. Tony Stark boy told him no. So he had to go back to his world, and it totally changed Deadpool. Deadpool is like he lost his confidence. He only became Deadpool again when the TVA grabbed him and let him know, hey, your universe is about to disappear. Your Wolverine has passed away, which lets you know Wolverine is very powerful. He was very special to that universe. And then they also said certain heroes will be special to each universe. So I wonder who it is for 616 if we have one. Who is it where they pass away and then the timeline start getting erased? Because where Deadpool is on his Earth, when Wolverine passed away, the timeline started leaving, right? So, it gotta be something like that for each Earth. Or at least this is what I'm thinking, right? This is how Deadpool ends up looking for Wolverine. This is what sends him on a mission to find Wolverine, because he need a Wolverine. His Wolverine is gone. He need a Wolverine. And the scenes that they showed when he was going to try to find a Wolverine was amazing, because you get all these different type of characters. And you know what? Even though the multiverse haven't been that successful, it does always make me think, man, this kind of like how my life is. If I would have went down this path, my life would have been different. If I would have just stayed being in the military, my life would have been different. If I would have, so it do make me think about that when I see, they try to get Wolverine and they showing a bunch of different variants of his life. That's kind of how we are in real life, But anywho, he's looking for Wolverine. He finds his Wolverine. And this Wolverine that he finds is one of the worst Wolverines ever. He literally let down his whole Earth. This Wolverine that he finds, garbage, let down his whole Earth. So he finds this Wolverine. Of course, this Wolverine is starting to have a change of heart. So this is how they get on this mission. They end up going to the void. When they go to the void, I'm telling you, it was amazing. At first, I thought Captain America showed up. But remember, he was the Human Torch in Fantastic Four. So at first, I'm thinking it's Captain America. At first, Deadpool and Wolverine thinking it's Captain America. No, it's not Captain America. It's Human Torch. That part really was funny. It really was a good scene seeing that. Another amazing scene is when they bring in Wesley Snipes for Blade. And Wesley is old. You could tell Wesley getting old. But when they bring him on screen, it was fire. They also had Gambit there. And they had Channing Tatum playing Gambit. He always wanted to be Gambit. So they brought him in as Gambit. And he did a cool job. And then they had Elektra there from Daredevil. So they got this whole team. And then they had the chick from Wolverine. The small chick that she's like Wolverine too. They all are there. So that scene was amazing. And when they went to fight, they was doing their thing. I love how they had Blade in the MCU. I love how they had Gambit in the MCU. Gambit was strong. Blade was strong, man. Both of them was very strong. I love how they showed both of those characters. And you got to see Juggernaut, just a list of other characters in this place, The Void. And I love the villain that they chose, which is Nova. And when I tell you this, she was a horrible villain. Not horrible in bad, like her acting was bad and nothing like that. She was a horrible villain, as in this villain was like a horrible person. And her powers is super strong. Like the way she go into people's mind is really different from Xavier. Professor Xavier, he could do it sitting in his wheelchair, real calm, you know what I mean? She literally got to touch you and play in your face. This stuff was crazy, man. But she did a good job. I love the villain. I love that storyline. And she really was the villain at the end. And they end up stopping her before she could erase a bunch of timelines. Because her thing was, once she figured out they had a machine to erase timelines. She want to erase all the timelines, leave nothing but the void. This the only thing we got to live in, which is crazy. And she didn't get to grow with no other universe. That's the difference with her. She always was in the void. She's different from all the other characters because they come from a universe and go to the void. She just was in the void. She never even got a universe. Hey, you so bad, you go to the void early. She didn't get to really experience the earth, so the void was the only thing she knew. So that's why she wanted everybody, nothing to be around but the void. And then they had some other magical scenes, man, when all the Deadpools come to fight Deadpool and Wolverine. And Wolverine puts that mask on. Oh, that was fire. When he finally put the mask on, because the whole time he's fighting, he in his suit, but he don't got the mask on, but he fighting. But then when all the Deadpools run out, he saved that moment to put his mask on. And when he put his mask on, it was amazing. They destroyed them Deadpools, even though they Deadpool, so they came right back. You know what I mean? So, all of these things to me, all of those different elements made this movie very special. It didn't feel like it was too long. It felt like it ended right on time. It was a bunch of CGI at the end when they were showing Wolverine's body. What can we say? Hugh Jackman is getting old. Just like Wesley Snipes, when I seen Wesley Snipes with Blade, it was amazing. But okay, Wesley getting old. You could tell. Because Hugh Jackman is getting old, I really think they gonna need another Wolverine from like maybe another universe, just a younger Wolverine to really play multiple movies because he's getting up there. Now, with me breaking down a lot of it, and if you've seen it, the storyline made sense. The TVA coming for Deadpool made sense. Why Deadpool was looking for Wolverine made sense, right? These things made sense. The villain storyline made sense, right? Nova's storyline made sense. All of the different storylines made sense to me. The movie really made sense, and they will be bringing Deadpool and Wolverine to the MCU, but it was like, they didn't rush it. It wasn't like, they got to meet Falcon or the new Captain America in this movie or anything. They didn't rush it. They just show, okay, we're introducing them to the TVA. And then I love some of the commentary. They talked about the misses in Marvel. They literally got a scene where they talk about how the multiverse ain't been working out. They literally talk about it. So, it was just a good movie. I thought it was a great movie to get Marvel really back on track. And then they gonna follow up with Captain America 4, which would be a great follow-up because they showed the trailer again before I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, and the trailer that they showed gave a little bit more away. So I said, oh yeah, this gonna be real good. In the movie theaters that I was in, when they played the trailer for Captain America 4, people were cheering. People were like, yeah, like, because the trailer looked real good. And after Deadpool and Wolverine, people started cheering. People were happy watching this. So this was a real good movie. When you check it out, let me know what you think about it. Put it down in the comments. I know it's some mixed reviews out there. Now, that was my thought on the movie. Before we go, I definitely got to give a rating for this movie. On this channel, we do 7 stars. 7 is the number of completion. And for this movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm going to have to give them a 6.5 out of 7. If you do the math, that's a 93%. I'm not going to go all the way to just like perfect movie, right? Because I understand some of the CGI, Hugh Jackman being a little old. But this movie was phenomenal. The storyline, the action scenes, the nostalgia, bringing all the cameos. Like, it was just exciting to watch, So them my thoughts on it. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this movie. Put it down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out the other content. Once again, we do music, film, and sports. Mostly film, but we do sports and music too on the channel. So check out the other content. As always, y'all be easy. Be safe. Peace.